Alright, and here we have numbered ones. Starting off with an 8-4. And this is a GE 42. And here we have a couple 77s. And here's a 41. A C485. And here's a bunch of 58s. And June 29th, 1935. Then here we got a 33. A 43, or two of them I should say. And here's a UX226. A 19. That one's very shiny. I like shiny. And this one is something. A 57. It looks very similar to the 58s. And here we got two 34Ms. Well, that's a 34M, that's a 34, but I believe they're pretty much the same. I think the M is because of the socket base. So this would be a more modern one. And here's a couple of 56s. Pair of 32s. Here's a UY-224. A bunch of 75s. 80. And a bunch of 24s. They look similar to the 32s, I think it is. Then we got some 47s, two of those. And then we got three 35/51s. And this is just part one of the numbers. There's a lot more to come. This is just the first little batch. Okay, here we have a couple of 49s. Can't really see much in these. pair of 30s. And here's a bunch of UY227s. Not much going on in here for such a large glass dome. And here's some 78s. '76s. '26s. '42s. A 112A. '38s. Some 86Ms. Again, not much you can see in these ones. Some 39/44s. And a little better one to see inside. '71As. They look very similar to the 26s. An 884. UX201. What's this one? This is a W56. And some 27s. And here's the rest of the numbers. And some very odd ones. This may be a small one, but it's got a rather odd layout inside it. Don't know how easy that is to see, but it's a 432B. And then we got these two little ones here. 5642. Then we got a couple 991s. A 5692. A 5691. It's pretty much identical. A 206. It's a rather unique one. A 1294. You can't really see inside that one. This is a cool one. A 6802. Then we got a 930. Another interesting looking one. Then we got a pair of 5871s. Can't really see inside them. You can this one a little bit. See if I can focus in a little bit more on this. There. Then a pair of 1635s. I don't know if I can focus that anymore or not. Here we have a 5824. And a pair of 7591s. And here's a pretty cool one. I call it a Christmas tree. It's a 446A. I've never had it powered up, so I don't know if you'd actually see anything or not, but I'll have to power it up sometime. Here's another unusual one, a 413B with some odd connections on it. It's completely black. This does not even feel like glass. I don't think it is. I think it's a plastic. So I have no idea what's inside this. Then we got this very unusual shaped one. I got two of them, a 6252. It's gold pins, top and bottom. A pair of 6080s. A pair of 6146s. These are pretty cool. I like these ones. Made in Holland. Couple 313cc's. Though this one's a CA. Pretty much the same. Can't see in it. I have no idea what it is. This one does feel like glass though. But it's just been coated black on the either exterior or interior. Probably the exterior. And then we've got this one. A 50... I think it'd be labeled on here somewhere. Well, it's labeled on the box. It's a 5894. But I don't actually see it labeled on the tube itself. Oh, there it is right there. And it's another gold pin one. Kind of like that one, except it's taller. But pretty cool on the inside nonetheless. Then we got an 802. Quite a bit going on in that one. And here I got four 829Bs. This is a rather interesting tube. Pins on the bottom and top like the other ones. Pretty neat. And then we come over here. Here's a 7410. rather large one. If you compare it to the first one here, you'll see the size difference. Much bigger. And then we got a 1616. It's just as big as the 7410. And then we've got this big monster, a 4C35. It's quite heavy actually. And then we've got an 813. This is a big ass tube. Very heavy. It's bigger than the 4C35. You can see compared there. But that's not my biggest one. This here is an 810. This is one monster tube. Unfortunately, it's dead. It's got air in it, but just for it's valuable just for its looks. This is quite the tube. Now if I set this down just as a comparison, so I'll put that right there, and here's that little 432B, and there's your difference. Yeah, this here is like 10 or 11 inches long. It's a huge tube. Alright, next bit is going to be metal tubes. They're not as interesting as the glass ones because you can't see inside them, but I figured this is my collection video on tubes, so I gotta kinda include them. It's not too many 5s and 2 in the boxes. And here we have numbered metal ones, starting at 502 and going up from there. Again, not very many of those ones. Okay, next up we got metal 6s. These two rows are 6J7s. Then you got 6K7 here. Quite a few of those. And 6A8. 6AG7. 6V6, a couple of 6X5s, 6SB7Y, 6SS7, and these two rows here are 6H6s, a bunch of those. Here we've got 6L7, 6Q7, 6R7, 6F5, 6B8, 6S7, 6AB7 there. Then we got 6SJ7, this long row here. and 6 SC7. This row here, I don't think I did. 6C5, bunch of those. And then we got a lot of 6J5s. And even more 6AC7s. Let's see how far over that row goes. And look, there's even more. Lots of 6F6s. And then 6N7. Those long ones there. That's the longest row. That's 6SH7. Not very long. These are 6SA7s. Both the same. 6SQ7, that little row there. 6SK7s, that long row there. what is this one? 6SF7, a few of those. 6SG7, 6SR7, and then we got a few larger metal ones here. 6L6. So you can see there's quite a few metal 6s. And then you've got ones still in the boxes. So yeah, lots of metal 6s. And next up we've got metal 12s. Let's start with 12SC7, 12SH7, just one 12SW7, 12SR7, 12SF7, 12C8, 12K8, 12SJ7, 12SG7, 12SQ7, a lot more of those. 12SA7, lots of those. 12SK7, again, crap load of those ones. 12A6, and then these little 12H6, just 4 of those. So that's all the metal 12s. And here we have some metal 25L6s and some 25Z6s. Not very many of those.